We got a long way to go. There were some positives. You come out and you turn the ball over that many times. We're not going to win games doing that. We got a long way to go. They worked really hard, and we came out here and got a little better today. There at the end wasn't real great, but we're working every day, and it's a process.
What do you tell the guys after all those turnovers?
Well, it's not really what you tell them; it's how you coach them. We went in the meeting, and we had a little quick talk per se, and then it ended right there, and we watched the film and we got better from it. So, just continuing to coach them.
Are they about where you expect them to be at this point in the spring?
You kind of knew with young guys that they kind of come out hot. It's like having freshmen during the season; they come out hot, and then come game 6, 7, 8, they start to hit a wall. It's no different in spring. They've kind of hit a wall, and we got to continue to force them to learn and force them to grow. And when they come out to practice, they gotta execute, and it's really not much harder than that. So.
Some of the turnovers and picks, what kind of things were they seeing, or what kind of things?
Well, it's a lot of stuff they weren't seeing, not really what they were seeing. We got guys running open, and we just missed them. And that's on me. I got to do a better job as a coach to get them understanding what we're doing, understand what we want, and diagnosing coverages a little better. And that's not their fault; that's my fault. And we'll continue to harp it, continue to coach it, and like I said, it's getting a little better. It's coming along. It's just Saturday was a poor performance by all of us, including me. And we'll continue to work and keep growing.
Did you see them do anything different today from Saturday?
Well, we cut down on the turnovers. We had less plays, but there was only one turnover. Yeah, it got a little better. We diagnosed cover 2 a little faster, which was good to see. I don't think you're going to have a ton different in one day, one practice. So, there's not a lot, but no balls on the ground, no drop snaps, and we knew where guys were supposed to be lined up. One time we screwed up a motion and they actually got it fixed. So that part's good to see. So it shows that we are growing, we are getting a little better. But like I said, we got a long way to go.
What are some ways that you measure progress besides just less turnovers?
Reads. That it's hard for fans and people to see actually what we're, as far as what we're reading and those things. When they go through a progression, that doesn't always mean we're going to have a completion. They may go through a progression and have to throw a ball away. That's progress. That means we didn't throw the ball to the other team. So, continuing to look at those things, continuing to coach them up on the little things we need to do, and pluses and minuses they get from each practice are different. It just depends on the play, it depends on what happens, and it depends on the result.
What's kind of the best way for you guys to dissect this competition?
The ball moving. The scrimmages and live practices are really good. We're doing a lot of blitz periods, so putting them under as much pressure as we can. And who can handle those things. Those are the most game-like settings. 7-on-7 is great, routes on air is great. When the D-line shows up, that's really when football's played. And, the person that executes in those situations are really where we study what we like to see and where it's going to come down to who we want being the quarterback.
How do you address accuracy issues in those team periods?
Drills, calming their feet down. A lot of that is, they got really happy feet, really fast feet, and they're really trying to see too much. Right now we're seeing the rush, which you shouldn't do that, and work drills to stop them from doing it. And there's just more reps at those type of situations is the only thing that's going to get them better at it.
The quarterbacks seem to be under a lot of pressure today. Is that them not releasing the ball quick enough, or is that the O-line still not pushing it?
Combination of everything. A lot of it comes down to us. We got to get the O-line in the right protection. I was raised by a coach. I'm never going to sit here and blame it on anybody else. At the end of the day, I'm the quarterback, and I'm the quarterback's coach. We have to get them right. So if we're in a bad protection, we got to get them right. If we're in a bad run, we got to get it right. If somebody screws up, we got to make them right. So, it's nothing they're doing. It's all on us, and I got to get. It's all on me. I got to get the quarterbacks understanding what to do, where to go, and understanding to execute those things a little quicker. And when we get there, we'll be just fine.
That can't happen. It's kind of a for you.
See how far along we can get them. We're not going to name a quarterback during spring ball. It's just not going to happen. And for one, it's not fair because not everybody that's going to be in the competition's here. It's just that's the way it is every year. You know, and push them along, continuing to force them to learn, see how far we can get them. And when we come out of spring, we got to see where we are and what we're good at. That way, when we go into fall camp and we start, you know, game planning and we start deciding what we're going to install, we got to install what each guy's good at. And, you know, how we're going to move the ball on Saturday is obviously the most important thing. And that's what we're trying to figure out now.
Can you overcoach? You find yourself overcoaching at times?
I think at some point every coach does. You know, you want to be perfect every time. Every play, you know, football is a game of, it comes down to 4 or 5 plays. You know, there may be 140 plays running a game, but it really comes down to 4 or 5 snaps. And you want to make sure you execute in those 4 or 5. So yeah, you know, you tend to find yourself doing that. And you know, as a coach, you got to find the balance of what to say and what not to say. And you know, I don't know if that's something that ever gets perfected. You can, you know, I'm continually learning and all those things as well. So
Can that be tough in these situations where you're still trying to figure out who fits what?
yeah, it's definitely tough when you know, you come out here and you have 2 days that weren't great. Yeah, it's going to be, are you overanalyzing it? What can you do better as a coach? What plays you go in and decide what plays is each guy good at. So yeah, you can overanalyze it, but luckily we got a couple months before we have to play a game. So, you know, we're just going to come out here every day and work hard and see where we are at the end of these 15 practices.